i.e. what's really going on. Bitcoin, crypto, and currency. We're looking at XLM against USDT. Price action currently interacting with a key Fibba Zucchini level 32 cents acting as potential support for us. However, I do believe there are reasons to perhaps expect short-term sideways or downside for XLM moving forward, as we do have some slightly bearish factors in play. Prices have risen up to 63% over the following 46 days after seeing EngineeringRobo's buy signals, easily turning a potential $10,000 investment into over $16,000 just by sitting around looking at it. And so if you didn't take profit above, at, or around 42 cents there may be reasons you should consider closing your position around current levels, allowing you to capitalize on 21% ROI, as I believe a more comfortably bullish area to accumulate XLM will present itself for us in the kind of near future. And so while I am bullish on XLM still overall in the long term, and I suspect we will likely get back to that 70, 80 cent kind of range that we came from not too long ago. However, in the immediate short term, based on these very critical bearish factors in play, I suspect sideways or downside interaction with support may be necessary to allow the uptrend to continue. We have all three of our chosen robo advisors bearish on price action at the moment. So while I am bullish overall, I do believe this does suggest some continued sideways or downside. And so EngineeringRobo is not used to determine the exact top or bottom of any market. It is used to decipher the best areas of accumulation and take profit that have the highest chances of success. And there are many different robo advisors that come with EngineeringRobo's different packages, so it is key to pick the best three that suit your trading strategy. And then once two of your three chosen robo advisors agree on bullish or bearish price action, that is used to determine your entries and exits. And so at the moment, all three of my chosen robo advisors are bearish on price action, so that does lead me to believe we will have kind of further interaction sideways or downward. We have 32 cents, that 0.382 Fibba Zucchini level acting as a potential area of support for us. If we continue to hold this level, we can get kind of more bullish on XLM at this price. However, I have reason to believe we will likely interact with this 28 cent level again moving forward, as this is going to be a far more bullish area of support for us and would be a more bullish opportunity to start accumulating XLM, because I believe buying at current levels is subject to the highest risk of short-term downside. We have some very strong resistance overhead at 40 cents, currently correlating with the 0.5 Fibba Bugatti level. That is going to be a very significant kind of range for us moving forward that we will likely have to break and then return to as support. And then once that support is found, I do believe we are headed to the moon, as that's going to be the kind of most critical level between us and that kind of 80 cent level we came from, because this 40 kind of cent range here has been very significant, both support and resistance. We've experienced a very significant rejection off of it, and we've seen some very potent consolidation near it. So 40 cents is going to be very critical for us moving forward. A very significant level of both support and resistance at the moment is looking at resistance. And so if we consider, EngineeringRobo sell suggestions kind of back in the 19th of May here, we have price action diminish up to 54% over the following kind of couple months after EngineeringRobo becomes bearish on price action. So if you took profit at those levels, EngineeringRobo saved you from up to 54% in downside on your investment. And so while I don't believe a 54% correction is pending for XLM, however, that is not impossible. In my opinion, I'm looking at 28 cents as a bullish area of support. If we fail to hold that, however, that'll require a change in perspective, and my target would then be 21 cents, which is the 0.236 Fibba Zucchini level. However, I'm looking at 28 cents until that becomes resistance. I can get more comfortably bullish on XLM once EngineeringRobo becomes bullish on price action again. Like I said, I do believe we will likely get back to that 70 cent level. However, in the immediate short term, it smells like some continued sideways and interaction with support, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. I do believe anything that wants to have upside requires this kind of downside. I'm always looking for pullbacks and support, and so 28 cents is going to be my short-term target here with EngineeringRobo bearish on price action. If we refer to previous times we've seen buy signals, we can see price action get hit with the buy for and moon. Prices then rise up to 215% over the following 39 days, allowing you to easily turn $10,000 into over $30,000 just by sitting around waiting for it. And so if you didn't take profit at that swing high, you were suggested to, with EngineeringRobo's sell suggestions, around 38 cents, allowing you to capitalize on 103% ROI. So easily doubling your money with EngineeringRobo's buy and sell suggestions. Right now, things are looking a tad sideways, a tad volatile. 3 of our robo advisors are bearish. I'm looking for that 28 cents. I would not accumulate XLM today because I do believe we are subject to the highest chance of short-term downside as we try to establish this 32-cent level, which currently is acting as support. However, in my opinion, I suspect it will kind of fail to support us for much longer, and I'm looking for 28 cents. Now, we're going to take a look at SHIB against USDT, Shiba Inu coin price action currently looking very bullish in my opinion as we travel sideways through this phase of consolidation, accumulation, and buy pressure present between this range. We have very bullish area of support at 0.0000628 USDT per SHIB as a very bullish area of accumulation for us. However, I suspect resistance is present around 0.0000853 USDT, which we are currently experiencing sell pressure off of. We've had a very bullish, up to 30% in gains from the 16th of September's candle kind of open and close. Very bullish candle for us, suggesting just how much buy pressure and demand there is for this coin. All of our robo advisors have become bullish again on price action, which does lead me to believe a very bullish break upward is waiting for us. However, technically we are interacting with resistance, so a little phase of sideways over the next kind of couple days may be necessary for us to allow the uptrend to continue. How long this consolidation will last is to be determined, because I believe these kind of levels will not be available to us for much longer. I suspect once we are free from this kind of last significant area of resistance, we are likely to see hundreds of percentages in upside very, very quickly. And so at the moment, as I mentioned, we are interacting with some technical resistance present. And so my target for this short-term pullback and a more bullish area to accumulate this coin would be around 0.0000786 USDT. The more daily candles we have opening and closing above that level, the more it is confirmed as support. However, that is just kind of a sort of light target that I'm expecting us to interact with over the next kind of couple days before we break this resistance. I do believe, EngineeringRobo very bullish on price action currently, and so I suspect you should accumulate this coin while you can, because we will, not see these levels for much longer, in my opinion. However, like I said, we're interacting with resistance, so a more comfortably bullish area to start accumulating if you were jumping into this project for the first time would be around my pullback target. And so price action looking very, very bullish. We have all of our advisors bullish on price action. A very strong phase of accumulation and sideways over the last few months does lead me to believe a very volatile and bullish break upward is waiting for us. However, we will just have to see, kind of how much longer we need to interact with this resistance before we can break it. And, once we are free from this resistance, I do believe we are heading for hundreds of percentages in upside. So would I buy this coin today? I do believe you should buy this coin while you can. However, we're technically at resistance, so accumulating right now is subject to the highest risk of short-term downside. I'm looking to buy around 0.0000783 USDT. So overall, very bullish. Technically, we're at resistance. Now, we're taking a look at BTC against USDT. Bitcoin currently interacting with resistance that I mentioned. $48,000 per Bitcoin is resistance and sell pressure, and so that may kind of continue this short-term downside or sideways for us. We have 2 of our robo advisors bearish on price action, so that does lead me to believe that we have some kind of short-term sideways or downside, which is going to be very bullish for us overall in the long term, because I do believe Bitcoin very much wants to continue upward. I am expecting at least a $117,000 Bitcoin kind of before any sort of prolonged downside is to be expected. I do believe the uptrend very much wants to continue, and these several months of sideways that we've been experiencing have just been a very bullish area of accumulation for us. And I do believe the more interactions we have sideways or towards support, the more overall bullish we can be on Bitcoin at the moment. I'm expecting the 0.618 Fibonacci level, $41,500 per Bitcoin, to be be where we make our way down to here. If we fail to hold that level, I have another area of support at $38,000 per Bitcoin. That is less likely, in my opinion, however, not impossible, and we still need to see how we interact with that 0.618. So we do have some room for downside in the short term to still be very bullish on price action in the long term. I do believe there's never a bad time to buy Bitcoin, only better times. And so at the moment, I do believe some more comfortably bullish times to start accumulating Bitcoin will present themselves moving forward if this is your first time jumping into crypto. And so right now, as I mentioned, Robo Advisor is bearish on price action. I'm suspecting further interaction sideways or downward. The longer we hold and find support, the more bullish we can be. Now, let me know in the comments down below where you think price action is going to go. Check out EngineeringRobo, free with a link in the description. Subscribe here on YouTube. Check out all the other social media down below and tune in for the next one.